think I'm gonna keep this up. I'm giving people a chance to, oh shoot, I got another light that I need to plug up. I'm giving people a chance to log in. Giving people a chance to log in. You already know what you're supposed to have. You already know what you're supposed to have. I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. It's all coming together. I said, okay, today you need to record here because this is going to be a Q&A, right? It's going to be a Q&A. You know what you're supposed to have? Yes, Artistry by Erica. Hi. Hey, I'm not even about to start reading yet. I'm not. I don't even know why I'm on here. Yeah, I know why I'm on here. Look at me breaking all the YouTube rules. Oh, just bad. I learned that you swipe to the left, right, to read the comments. So I'm close enough to read the comments. That's why I'm recording here. Hello. TW Nail Designs, Lux Dolls. I'm doing okay. Artistry, hi, Erica. It's a girl thing. I'm a new home nail tech. I learned from YouTube and I love doing nails. I'm getting better and better with each see it. Hey, nails. Okay, it's a girl thing. You in the right place. I'm just trying to give people a chance to log in because I'm telling you guys, I get people all day long asking me questions and I'm like, look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live because I got something to say anyway, something to tell you all, and this is the place where you can ask those questions. The only thing is you're not getting a one-on-one consult. You're getting it in front of the world. Yes, honey, you're getting in front of the world. So, oh, I'm a lady. I'm such a lady. I'm getting better at it every day. Thank you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I do have something to tell you all because something did happen. Something did happen, but before I go into that, I'm going to sit back because let me tell you something. You all know I work out, right? So I was in the gym last week and I pulled a muscle because I was doing too much. You know what? I wasn't doing too much because I lift heavy weights, but I had my arm on the wrong angle, so when I was pulling, I pulled my muscle right here. So today was my first day back in the gym. Can you all hear me okay? I think I'm going to bring this light closer. Let's get close. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. Let's get close, honey. How close y'all want me to be? Like that? Not that close? Now! Okay, that's good because y'all won't see all the mess in the background. But today was my first day back in the gym. And so what happened was I'm like, oh my God, I work out really hard, 2 hours, whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to be, you said too close. I'm going to get even closer. So I took some pre-workout this morning, you guys. And then I went to the gym for like 2 hours. And, but the problem with the pre-workout is it makes me work out like a beast in the gym. The problem is though, I can't sleep. So, I'm like, yeah, I got some extra energy. So I'm going to go live and I'm going to answer questions for people. And I got an announcement, to make. So, yeah, this is my first day back. I'm very proud of myself because I did very well because of the workout juice. That stuff really works. But let me tell you what happened. It was so gross. So I go in the sauna because I like to go in the sauna first to warm up my body because I'm not a big cardio type person in that way. I still get the same burn because I lift and I'm pouring sweat when I start lifting. So my theory is warm up your body and your muscles in the sauna and just go right into beast mode lifting weights. That's just my particular way of doing it, right? So I go in the sauna. The stuff I tell you, I swear it's no lie. That's why I'm gonna keep bringing people on here. They be like, yeah. I go in the sauna, and I'm not trying to be like TMI, but I gotta be real. I open the darn sauna door, and woof, woof, a different type of fragrance scent hits me. I'm like, okay, this is different. This is different. So I go and I sit on the bench. I sit on the top bench because heat rises, and I want to be hot as possible, right? So you guys, I kid you not, I'm sitting on the bench, and I always sit. I'm getting myself situated. I'm putting on my gloves and situating my little. Y'all wear a fanny pack because that's my purse. My little fanny pack is where I keep my phone, and I'm situating, putting my earphones in because I was working out solo. But y'all, I'm sitting forward on the bench, getting all this stuff ready and everything. And why do I look at the darn? I'm about to throw it. I look at the darn at the heater. Why is it a pair of panties sitting on the heater? I kid you not, this happened today. I was disgusted, right? So it's two other young ladies, there's two Hispanic ladies, and there's one black lady finally came in. Y'all know me. I was like, who did this? I don't care if the person was in the room, okay? I was like, who? Because that remember when I came in the sauna, I told you it was a different fragrance aroma. It was different. So as I lean forward, that's when I see the panties. I was pissed though, because I'm very serious. As much as I talk shit on here and all that, I'm very serious about certain things. So I got instantly pissed. Like, who does that? Who did this? And I just sat there and I was fuming. I'm like, Tanisha, don't do that. Don't do that, like, don't be the bitch, because I can't be that way. If something is not right, if I go there with you, it's because it's well deserved. So, I'm like, I'm just gonna turn my music up louder. So I'm like, who? And I said it again, y'all. I'm in the gym by myself today. Usually Marcy, Girl on the Floor's mom, is with me because she is my personal trainer, but she wasn't with me. And I was by myself, you guys, and I couldn't help myself. I just kept saying, who does this? You all to chime in and tell me like what you think, because I try. But people really make it hard to be right in the world, because it's like I'm always the bad person when I speak up against something that's wrong. And I think it's because I'm the person that will speak up. And most people hold stuff in and I don't, because that creates stress and all these different things. So y'all, nobody in the room claimed the panties. I said they ain't gonna claim these panties because I didn't sit up there and hollered out in the room, who does that? Like 2-3 times while we sitting there. And so then this older lady comes in. I feel bad because this older lady came in. I said, I know them her underwear. I know them her panties. And see, she sashayed on up in there like she was going to her own back porch to get her stuff off the clothesline, and she took her underwear off. So this is the old lady's underwear sitting on the sauna heater. What do you all think about that? I seriously felt some kind of way, like I was being contaminated. First of all, you didn't wash those underwear. What you did was you did a whole bath with those underwear in the sink, and there is no real soap or detergent at the gym, so you just rinse them out in the sink at the gym, and then you just brought them in the sauna for everybody else. So all the fumes and all the moisture and the spores. See, we know about this because we're nail techs. We went to school. We're trying to go to school, right? So the spores, right? The spores, which hold bacteria and pathogens, right? It's all in the air, moving around. And if you got an open cut or something like that, you breathing that in, you got a weak immune system, that is how you get sick randomly. Stupid stuff like that. Am I wrong, you guys? I just want to know, am I wrong? I was outraged. I went ahead and did my workout. And this is why I don't go to the gym in the daytime. I go to the gym like midnight. I don't like when people are there because stupid stuff like that happened. I went through my workout and everything, and then I came back because I also go back in the sauna after I'm done. I always go back in the sauna to stretch my muscles and stretch my arms and everything after I finish working out. So and I was just sitting there after my workout like, this is ridiculous, and these people are getting ridiculous in this gym. It's bad enough they bringing their towels in there to because I'm an Export Fitness. So if you are here in the United States, Export Fitness is our gym. And it's 24 hours. That's why I like it, because I'm a real true night owl. And yeah, so I'm gonna tell you the rest of the story. I couldn't contain myself, and this is something I'm working on. You know, I'm older, so I'm just containing myself, but I'm the one that's gonna speak up. I don't care, because you know what, let me tell you a very popular saying: well-behaved women never make history. Okay, if you don't remember nothing else, hey Sharina, you don't remember nothing else, remember, well-behaved women, well-behaved people never make history. That's the difference between the stars and the regular people. The people who doing big things, they did something different. Don't be well behaved. Well behaved are rules made by other people. Do you? And so within me, I always want to speak up when I see something that's wrong. So that was really itching my soul. So I came back in the sauna and everything, and here go a towel laying on it. I'm like, this is not even right. You all shouldn't be bringing your sweaty towels and panties and all this type of stuff, putting it on the heater. So I went to the locker, got my stuff, and I'm fuming. But don't forget, I took that pre-workout. See, that pre-workout be having you like charged up anyway, right? So now I'm looking back on it. That's part of it too. It have you like super amped up. So I done set up there and took the pre-workout. It's got me like, yeah. And then I'm gonna lift all these weights and stuff. And then I done smell old people underwear. And then I had to say something because I can't have this happening. And I didn't say nothing to the old lady though. I did steer her real hard though. I just want to say that part. When she came and grabbed her panties off the heater, I was like, and you could tell she was kind of like, I did. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm sorry if that was your grandma or whatever. I stared the hell out of her. I was like, and she grabbed her panties and left out of the darn sauna. She didn't even sit with the rest of us. But I that's the most respect I could give her, because I feel like I done took some of your personal agenda up in my space. I hope I sweated it out in my workout, but God. So okay, let me go forward. I sat up there and I went to the front and I said, "Who's the manager?" I can't help myself. I'm getting better. You knew me when I was 20. You'd have been like, "You's a hot mess," but I rocks with you. I'm like, "Who's the manager? Who is the manager?" And one guy, I was like, "Hey, he's the general manager," because I knew him because he signed me up. He said, "Yeah, he's a manager, but I'm a manager as well." So I said to him, I said, "Look, I'm really not trying to be that person that's going to complain all the time." I said, "But you know, you all are going to have to do something." See, this is where being a nail tech comes in too. Let me tell you what I said, but hold on. Grab y'all drinks and drink. Let's drink. Hot gal, yeah. Watch, listen, learn, do it all, honey, and ask questions, because this is a free-for-all Q&A. We'll be on here a long time, honey. But, so he's like, "I'm a manager too." I said, "Okay." He was cute too. I was like, I want to be a lady. I want to be a lady. Hey, Tania, I want to be a lady when I'm talking to him. I just worked out my glistening and stuff. Being all ladylike. So I said, "Look," that's that crazy side come out of me. I said, I don't want to be the person that complains up in here, because I've complained about some other stuff before. An overpriced protein shake that was made incorrectly. They used me as a darn test dummy to teach the new person, and I paid $8 for that milkshake, and it was terrible. Ended up getting a free one. Anyway, I said, I don't want to be the person to complain, because I've complained before about the protein bar or whatever. I said, but I gotta tell you this, and it might be TMI. I said, but I gotta let you know how this bothers me. I want you to be bothered so you will do something about it. I said, look, I have been very patient with you guys, you know, and I come up in this sauna, and people putting their towels and swimsuits and stuff all up there to dry, you know, but people fail to realize that that is a safety hazard. I said, and then today I go up in there and I open the door, and there's a different whiff hitting me, and then I sit down and I find out that somebody has gone as far as put their underwear up there. So now I know where the special whiff came from. And then this old lady comes grabbing the panties and walks out like it's nothing. I said, I don't want to walk into this sauna feeling like I'm getting in a damn dryer with people's personal clothing. Because that's what it is. And he looked at me and I was like, yeah. And then I said this word, you guys. I said it. I look back on him like, why you say that in front of that cute guy? I said, yeah, I could smell her vagina. I smelled that lady's vagina when I opened up that darn sauna. And now I realize why. Because she done did a whole bath in the sink and rinsed out her panties and put them in here in the sauna with all of us to dry. And I'm not gonna stand for this. I said, I done said something to you all before about this, you know. I said, you all haven't done anything about it. I said, but let me tell you something. See, this is where it comes in, you all. This is why I want people to go to school. I want you to get your knowledge, because if you're talking about doing this for a living, this comes in many different ways. I said, I have a license under the State Board of Professional Regulation. When I tell you about it, when I finished talking, when I started talking and I was going on and explaining all that, by this time, 3 people were standing around me. And when I mentioned the State Board of Professional Regulation, they all like, well, we're going to do something about it. Actually, we need you to talk to the operations manager. We need you to talk to the operations manager. I said, okay, well, who is the operations manager? I said, because I'm going to tell you that what you all are doing is exposing people to become sick, and you're not allowing this. You're allowing this to happen. No one has posted any signs, and this is getting outrageous, and I'm going to say something. And let me tell you what happened. One of the salespeople over from the spa came over, and she was just standing. She was one of the 3 people standing there. And she started trying to sell me, well, that's why you should go ahead and sign up for the spa package, because, y'all, anything I do is because. She came start trying to be in your own personal sauna. I said, look, let me tell you something. I said, I plan on signing up for that, but at the same time, I'm already paying for this membership here, and I should not be exposed nor subjected to having to, I don't want to be exposed to other people's bacteria and germs, and that's just unprofessional. I said, as that is drying, the moisture is going all in the air. You have spores, you have pathogens, you have bacteria that's flying. You guys know this is not professional. And I'm telling you, I said, I'm not trying to threaten you guys, but you all need to do something about it, because I've spoken about this before. But see, all I had to say was, I have a license under the State Board of Professional Regulation. They don't know what that means, because like I tell you all, we all got the same license. I could be an appraiser. I could be a mortician. I could be an inspector. I could be a nail tech. I could be a doctor. I could be a dentist. I could be a roofer. I could be all these different things, because we all get our license from the same place. But once you mention that name, they know that there's certain things that you know about health, sanitation, disinfection, proper safety practices, especially as it relates to the public. So I had to get a little snappy with her, because I was insulted that she was trying to make it a sales position when I was addressing a real concern, not only for me, but for everyone else who pays their monthly membership. So I said, you know, I pay a monthly membership. And while I may look into your monthly spa program, I'm looking into that. I said, right now, I'm still paying this membership for this right here, and I deserve to be in a safe and sanitary environment. And she was just like, and she kept going. I said, no, I'm telling you, I'll deal with that later. Right now, I still want to get what I'm paying for. And she shut the hell up. Okay? Because then I was getting pissed, because I didn't like the way she came at me in the middle of something. Like, instead of fixing the problem, you rather try to make me spend more money at your establishment when you're not even living up to your basic promises. But you deduct that money every month on time at midnight. I want what I want. So they said, you need to talk to the operations manager. That's her over there. She was on the phone. I said, that's her? Her right there? She was like, yeah. So I walked over. I'm like, hi, are you Amanda or whatever? And she's like, hi, yeah, that's me. I'm like, hi. And I sat down. I said, look, I'm going to tell you. And I told her the story. I said, you all need to do something. I've already spoken about this once. I said, if I have to put it in writing, then that's going to escalate it. I said, you know, you're putting everyone in danger, ignoring this problem. People are to the point where they're putting their dirty, funky, half-washed underwear in this sauna, and it can make people sick. Like my trainer, she's very sensitive. Her immune system is very sensitive. Everybody doesn't have a strong, I happen to have a strong immune system, but not everyone does. And I have people that get sick all the time very easily. And I said, do you know that if this goes in writing and it's ignored and it's part of what you should be doing, that makes you liable, I'm going to call corporate right away. Because we can't write the letter. We can't post up a sign. We can't post up a sign. I said, okay, are you really going to do it? See, when I get like this, you don't want to know me, because when I know something is right and you study taking my money, I don't play with stuff like that. And you will see the other part of me. I lean for, I said, you really going to do it? Because I'm serious. I'm really getting up to here with this, because you all take my money. You know, I said, you already took away the towels, because Export Fitness usually gives you towels. And they 24 hours, but I love the fact that they had towel service. I said, you already took away the towels, so now I can't even clean off the surfaces the way I want to. I got to, you know, I said, you already did that part. I said, but now this is outrageous, and I'm not playing it. I said, are you really going to do it? I said, okay. She said, yeah. I said, okay. Then I walked back over to the young lady from the spa, because I do like her. She's just a chatterbox, and I'm a chatterbox too. So I said, damn, you was a little snappy. This is me in my inner head. You was a little snappy with her, so clarify. But see, she came in trying to be a salesperson when I was trying to get something done. I said, look, come here. I said, I'm sorry. I said, but you came in with that at the wrong time, honey, because I'm paying this over here, and they're going to rectify this one way or another. It's outrageous. She said, I'm cool. I said, yeah. I said, now, and I started talking about the spa services. And I was like, yeah, my friend, you know, whatever. So I straightened it out with her, you know, but I'm saying that to say, being a nail tech has so many advantages, because once you learn sanitation, disinfection, and sterilization, the difference between the three, and you go into different practices, you go into different situations, you'll know automatically when things are not up to standard. I don't have to work in a gym. I don't have to read their manual. I don't have to be an employee there. I could tell you this was wrong. And when I started mentioning, when I said State Board of Professional Regulation, so let me finish up this story for real. While I was standing there talking to the spa girl, Kiki it up and trying to straighten things out, because even though she was inappropriate with her timing, she's doing her job. The operations manager walked over to me that fast and said, corporate's sending over a letter right now. I said, yeah, you all need to post them in many places, not just one, like many places, so it's very clear. She said, okay, we're going to print them out, but we just couldn't print them here. I said, okay, I'm just saying. I said, I'm sorry, but this is not acceptable. I said, but thank you so much for taking care of it right away. Was I wrong, y'all? Was I wrong? I just wondering. I'm like that though. I try to be like tame, but I don't like BS. I just don't. Whoever left them don't have no whole training. That's a damn shame. But it was an older woman, like 60. So that's not. But I couldn't say nothing to her. But I stared her to death, like, ugh. London said all kinds of wrong. That would have been the same way. That's nasty. Yeah. And the funny thing is, the other people in the sauna, you could see it on their face. But I'm always the one that have to speak up for the group. But I can hold my own. I'm not worried. And then when I go in the gym, like just the way I stand in my posture and stuff, people know I'm not an amateur in the gym, so they ain't really go up against me. Take your dirty clothes home. Wash it. Yeah, girl, people be doing that. They'll go wash in the sink with that little stupid watered down hand foam soap and then try to hang it up in there to dry. That's so nasty. And when I was talking to my friend Marcy, she was like, the first thing that came out of her mouth, because Marcy is also a massage therapist. So same thing. We know about the body. We know about pathogens, bacteria. First thing she said was, oh my God, all those spores. And she is very sensitive. So she was like, I'm glad you said something. The fish market, right? You said the conversation making you nauseous. This is what happened today. Professional lingo always works. Never underestimate me. I can sit here and drink wine all day long, honey, and kiki and go, I'm such a lady. But at the same time, you challenge me, you'll be challenged. I can smell the piss all the way down in Mississippi. It was a strange smell that hit me. I knew something was wrong as soon as I opened that darn door. Lord have mercy, money hungry on sanitary bills. Yeah, they already took away the towel service. Is it like that at every location? Actually, this is the main location. They're a really good location, but they just been slacking on that. And I had to get up in the ass today. I'm not even gonna lie to you, I did. That was outrageous. Now, people feel comfortable enough to start putting their damn dirty drawers, half-washed drawers in the sauna. I cannot. And that's a true story. And these crazy things happen to me every single day. And did y'all like that story? And when I go back tomorrow, because I'm going back to the gym in the morning. Yeah, because my clients are in the afternoon. Okay, yeah. If those signs are not up, I'm going to be like, who's the manager? Where are the signs? Because I'm going to tell you something. When I was sitting in that darn sauna thing, it took everything in me not to pick up those underwear and throw them. I was just going to, I'm from Chicago. You know my name is Chicago. I was just going to open the door and throw them out in the hallway. And if somebody said something, I was going to say it's me. And I would have told them why. But I said, Tanisha, you're 40 something. Don't do that. But I was really offended. So I was just using that story, true story, just to make sure that enough people got in the group. So, y'all ready to hear what the announcement is? Something happened. Can I get 3 yeses though? Because I got to prepare myself for this. And while y'all saying that, I'm going to go ahead and fill my vape. Look at this. I'm breaking all kind of laws and rules and stuff doing this. Ooh, look at that. Somebody gonna say, oh, you don't vape. People dying off the vape, girl. People dying off the vape. Let me tell you something about the vape. For anybody to say this, I've been vaping for years. I used to smoke cigarettes really, really bad. Okay, since high school. And I quit and I started, vaping is what helped me quit. And let me tell you something, there's a difference. This is how I vape when you all see me vape. Right? But let me tell you how those kids, those young kids are vaping. They're doing like this. And what they're doing smoke tricks and stuff, like rings and all that. And if you don't know about the vape community, it's a whole community. They actually have vape competitions where they're winning like $10,000 and all this, doing all these vape tricks. And they have conferences and everything. So people are practicing their vape tricks and trying to become popular on Instagram with their social media. And they're putting other stuff in their vape, okay? And they're also rigging their vapes to have extra amp, extra volume to get the most smoke coverage and the most carry. So I've been in the vape industry for a long time myself, like 5-6 years since it became popular. So yeah, those people are dying because a lot of them rig their vapes, just so you know, okay? I'm working on it though. I am working on it. I took my nicotine level down, but I do still like my vape. Okay, sorry. Okay, so, oh my God, y'all so aggressive with me. Nadia said we want the book. Yes, 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 yes. We want the book though, laughing out loud. I put other stuff in my vape. I don't even want to know. Don't you incriminate yourself on here. All right. I'm so nervous. So, because I got all this energy from taking this darn pre-workout, I wanted to say, I'm going to come online and help and talk and all that. But I said, Dad, you should let them know, huh, what happened. Okay, so here's what happened. The book is done. It is officially done. And the electronic version, I'm going to release it early. It's done. I'm done. I'm done. I had to cut it. And I had to condense some things. And I just said, Tanisha, you go on, no. Condense and give the information the best, concise way you can. The book is done. It's done. It's did. It's done. It's laying over there. So, that's the announcement. I'm done. I have not been getting any sleep. It's done. It's finito. So, the electronic version, I'm going to go ahead and release it early. Okay? I'm going to release it early. And then the print version is going off to the printer. It's at the printer. I'm sending it to the printer tonight. But what I'm going to do, because I told you my printer is great, but they are very slow at shipping, I'm going to pay for expedited shipping to have the book sent here quickly. And I'm going to get on the phone with them and call them to say, to get a body on it, to make sure that it's coming, because I'm going to pay to have it shipped to me, because I want to personally ship it to you in a faster method, because they ship way too slow. So I'm going to take that hit up front on the shipping to make sure that I'm shipping it out. Okay. Now, I will tell you this, for the digital version, if you want to, I do suggest that this is something that you print. If you do buy the digital version, like she said, printing my job, I thought about that earlier. I said you could print it at your job, but Really, this is something you should print, and I do suggest you do it with a pencil, because you can use this over and over and over. You can refer back to it, you can recalculate things, you can rewrite things, revamp things, and you can refer back to it when you want to shift your business, da 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 da. So don't do pen, okay? So if you do, however you get it, but if you do the digital version, you need to print it out. I don't care how you do it. If you go to work or you send it to an aunt or whatever at her job, have somebody print it out, go to the library, print it out. I will tell you though, I do not want any reproduction on this book. I will come after you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will come after you. I do have attorney friends. But yeah, don't reproduce my book and start selling it and all that. But print it out or send it to somebody that you know, can print it out for you if you want to save that $20, because there's a $20 difference between the electronic version and the print version. And the print version will be, I'm gonna stay on top of them to get me this book. Like, hopefully I'm gonna pay for like a 3-day delivery, and I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get a body. Jim, hi Jim, this is Tanisha. What's your number? Oh, your voice sounds sexy. I'm gonna do that, and then the digital version will be available. However, I do not want you guys doing this 30-day challenge on your phone. It's not gonna be the same. I need you guys to sit, read it again, sit and think, write it down, think about it, talk with your accountability partner. Does it make sense? What do you think? You know, I need you to write it down. When you write things down, that's when they become true. Okay? Because I promise you, there's going to be that person that comes on my page. You mark my words, all of you guys on here, somebody going to come on my page saying, it didn't work for me, and that's garbage, and I wasted my money. It's going to be 10 days after the book came out. Somebody going to come on here and say that BS. How can a 30-day challenge work in 10 days? You know, I promise you, mark my words. I might leave this video up. I might leave it up. So yeah, if you want to purchase the digital version, you can purchase it now. I'm going to release it early. I might even release it. I just want to go over it one more time on the digital version, but it's really, I can really give it to you tonight, but I just want to do one more. I just want to do one more once over. And then one of my friends who's a teacher, you know, I got a lot of friends who are teachers and professors. She said she's going to proofread it one more time for me or whatever. And I want to make sure that with the graphic design work that I did, that there are no layers of things that are, sometimes I'll work on things and I'll go over something, but I didn't delete a layer, and I don't want things to be like, you know, little glitchy stuff. So I'm done now. I'm done. I think I gave more than enough information. If you don't get it after all of this and you do it, I said I was going to make this a whole nother video, but I'm going to tell you the one way that this book won't work for you. I'm just going to be honest. But let's sip. I'm becoming more of a lady every day. This is a hard truth, and I think I'm going to do a whole video on this. Got so many topics. The one way that this video will not, this book will not probably work for you. And it hit me. I'm like, Dad, you got to cover that. If a person came to me and said, I bought the book, I did the 30-day challenge, I did everything you said, and I even want to send you some screenshots, and I wrote all this stuff down, and here's what me and my accountability partner talked about, and I did these things, and I just didn't get any clients. Can somebody answer why this person doesn't have business by now? It's one simple thing. It's not even pretty, but it's the truth. It's the one thing I haven't said, but it's got to be. You said you're not meant for it. Them. You know, it's Halloween month. I'm going to give you all a few minutes to think about that. There's one reason why this book may not work for you. Think about it. not pretty, but it is true. We haven't discussed this. So let's look at these comments. Yvette said, you're not meant for it. Hot Gal said, them. Yusa said, glad I finally, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, finally called laugh. Hi. Nadia said, zero talent. Nadia said, poor skills. You're not to be a businessman. Nadia said, wait. Hey, I'm sorry, I got here. What book and what's going on? Can somebody tell this person? They say, hey, I'm sorry, we got here. What book and what's going on? Okay, so that's the answer. Somebody already said it. That's the one thing that will hold you back from this book being successful from you. You don't want it bad enough. All of that, that's true. Because the truth of the matter is, you can do all this stuff. It has nothing to do with designs. You're not applying yourself. But don't forget, you do need technical skills. I don't know how many of you follow me on Instagram. Your work don't have to be perfect. But I am in a few Facebook groups, and I see some of the work that people are putting out. Some of it is decent, some of it is okay, but some of it is straight up sloppy. Acrylic falling all off on the side of the skin because they too focus on designs and they have not even mastered their technical skill, the basics. If you have not taken time to learn your basics and do a nice, neat, crisp base, you will not keep clients. So you all are right. And that is the one thing where you can do everything in my book. But if you are not at the same time, while you're applying these skills, making sure that you are taking time to properly learn how to push back a cuticle, cut a cuticle, how to properly shape, the difference between shapes, how, knowing how to identify how to handle different nail shapes, because everybody is different, okay? So you got to know how to lay a good nail or shape a good nail or just overall provide a decent, it don't have to be the best because that comes with time and experience, but you got to be good to some degree. So if you can't polish, let me tell you how you know you're good with the basics. I'm going to give you a little test. I don't know if I told this story. If you should be able to sit there and shape, file someone's nails and perfectly polish them with regular nail polish. And then do it with gel. But nail polish is the real true test. You should be able to polish someone's nails perfectly with red. Especially lighter skin. If you are Hispanic, Caucasian, especially, it's going to stain, it's going to show. Black skin, melanated skin is a little more forgiving. But before anything, you got to be able to make the nail look crisp and neat before you learn design work. And a lot of people want to skip over that part. So I will say, forget the designs. This book will not be your best asset if you're not there yet. Be honest with yourself. And that's why this book comes in, because it's like, I don't have it around me. You got to be honest with yourself. Don't say what you think the answer should be. This book is about you sitting down week one, and I'm asking some real serious questions. And that's why I want you to have a person that you trust with you, that's going to be real with you, which I've said in other videos. Don't get that person, mama, oh, it's the greatest, baby. No, get the person like me. I'm the best friend that's going to tell you, girl, you post that up there. That's the person you need, because you need to sit down and tell them, what did you think of my work? Am I good? Like, seriously, no, like, forget my feelings because you're dealing with the public. What do you think of my work? Like, if you didn't know me, would you spend money with me? How much would you spend with me? You get what I'm saying? Like, have that conversation with them first. And so you know where your skill level is. Like, a lot of people asked about pricing. People inbox me all day long asking about pricing. I had a young lady I'm going back and forth with a little bit today. She was like, well, I want to know how much I should charge. And I said, well, look at this video. Yeah, but I want to know how much I should charge. And I'm like, see, it's not that cut and dry. I can charge $100 for a set. You might only be able to get 30. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that in a cocky way, but I got 30 years experience. You're 3 months out of school. Skill level. So if your skill level is seriously lacking, this is the time to be honest with that. And not so much focus on the dollars, but really be willing to break yourself all the way down. And I got a story, but break yourself all the way down to really make sure that you're building a real foundation, because that's how you get 20-year clients. The designs, I keep telling y'all, the money, The money comes from the foundation of your work. So I'm going to look at these comments really quickly. So did anyone tell? There's a book, and if you look at some of the other videos, Marvel 13, there's a book geared towards nail techs, and it really applies to anyone in the beauty industry about building your brand. Because we talk so much about a lot of things, but we don't talk about the technical things that need to happen on the back end and going and taking that deep dive on that. So you have a long-term sustainable business where you're making just as much money and you have all the benefits, healthcare plans and different things like that while doing what you love. It's very possible. And so no one really does the deep dive. So the book that will be released very like within hours is going into that. Said not applying themselves. My issue is time. New tech. I'm gonna do a red gel tomorrow at school. Marisha, me too. Please believe. Yes. So I want you to first start out with red polish. And what I want you to do, everybody should have this. Get you a blue red, a blue base red. Can you look at reds and identify them? Because you have different reds. And if you really want to do this and you want to have different, if you're licensed, we talk about in the book, there's so many avenues you could take as a nail tech. I discuss the pros and cons of each. One thing you want to do, because it makes you look more professional, is be able to line up reds and identify them. So when you do a consultation or at your event, you want to be impressive, you'll say, okay, you want red. Okay, so are we looking at a orange base red, like a pinky red, a blue base red? Like, what do you think? And if they don't get it, be like, you like deep, deep dark reds? Most deep, deep dark reds, like Thriller Brazil. That's a blue base red. That's a great color to practice with. Blue base reds are going to show you your skill level. And let me tell you the ultimate polish, nail polish. We're not talking about gel. You can use gel if you want to, if you don't have the polish. Wicked by Essie. If you can polish a nail with that perfectly without staining the skin, that is a step in the right direction. And so with this book, it will work for everyone, but I can't give people answers on how much specifically you should charge, because what I may say Marisha could charge $35, but Tommy can charge $60, and you, Twilight, you could charge, you need to charge $15 right now. It depends on where you are. It's an assessment of the whole picture, skill-wise, experience-wise, product-wise, knowledge-wise, overall. Okay? And this book is for people who want to sit down and do the deep dive and have someone next to them weekly that's going to hold them accountable, and not no BS person. Okay? It will not help you in the long run. Did I make sense with that? Yeah. Get your hands on some red. And time yourself too. But even if you got to go slow. And I might do a video on just polishing. Just polishing. London said, this is something I didn't know until I watched your videos. If I'm honest with myself, I wanted to do nails based solely on designs. Thank you for that confession. I told you I'm the person that's going to say what most people don't want to say out loud, trying to be so politically correct. But me being politically correct to you is not going to help you in this career. I got to tell you what you need to hear. Yvette said, I like that whole red polish. Right? If you could polish red, you could polish any color on this earth. Red is the color. Mona, you so darn late. Okay. Have you ever done funeral home nails, nails of the deceased? Our instructor in class today said that's good money too. Depends. I've never done a deceased person. One of my clients died. Y'all know I've been sipping. I'm not even gonna get emotional. Back in the day, I was early 20s. I was popping. And one of my clients, it was like a whole group of chicks that I was doing. And one of them, she was going out of town. No, they were all, the whole group of chicks, they all had drug dealer boyfriends. But this girl decided to stay behind, and she got her nails done. She's like, I'm just going to stay home and kick it with my guy. She had a new boyfriend. And she was coming out of the store one night, and she died. And everybody kept asking me, would I do her nails? And I was like, I'll do them if they want me to. But they never got back to me on that. I want to do her nails. But when you're dealing with deceased people, don't forget that rigor mortis is set up. So you're not going to really be able to do their nails the way that you think. I've never been to school for There's a name for that. I can't even think of the name of it, but I have friends who have a certificate in working on the deceased. And so I've talked extensively with them. And you can't work with them because rigor mortis is really setting in. So their limbs are not going to bend. You're going to be dealing with a hand like this. Seriously. And it might be glued together. The fingers actually might be glued together, just like that. So the most that you're going to be able to do on a deceased person in terms of nails is polish them. And the hand might be stuck down to the body like this on the sides. Or the hand may be like this. So you're going to have to like get behind the casket and polish from different angles. Or you're going to have to get down to the bottom of the casket. Because you're not going to be able to do all like this. And it's a deceased person. They have no blood in them. They've been filled with embalming fluid. They are not moving, no type, shape, way. If you can knock on a deceased person like this. You can knock on a deceased person. So understand that. Now, in terms of money, it depends, because it used to be money in it, but it depends on who you get. Some funeral homes have somebody in the neighborhood who they've been working with for years, and the old lady or whoever come and they do it for $40, $50. It just depends. And it depends on the budget of the family. Do they have insurance? Da, da, da. And in that situation, I don't think that girl's family was willing to pay, but it just depends on the situation. I'm going to be honest with you. And this is the name of that profession. It's called deserology. Deserology, if I'm not mistaken. Dealing with the deceased is called deserology. So I have yet to meet a person who makes a living off of that. It's just one of the things you kind of might fall into here or there. So I hope that answers your question. People always say that's good money. It's a hit or miss. I've been keeping up with your videos, and I'd just like to say that I'm so grateful for how raw and honest you are. Thanks for keeping it so real and feeding us so much knowledge that people. All right. Thank you. Well, guess what I'm about to do? If you all have been following me for a minute, you already know what time it is. Bathroom break. I'll be right back. Think about your next questions, you guys, okay? Oh my God, I'm such a lady. I hope you all didn't hear like too many details about that, but we're human, right? Okay, so okay. Often choose not to talk about you're such inspiration. You all are my inspiration because y'all know I've been drinking. Every water, YouTube, water, nothing else but water, YouTube. Um anyway, no, we are underserved community. And actually, before I finished the back cover of the book, I was like, I'm supposed to write a small bio about myself and what do I want to say. So I just put like one paragraph, like I did this, I did this, I do this. But then I said I need a caption up top. And I think I would have to pull it up electronically and I'm on my phone, but I said something like, and it's true, nail techs make the world go round. And then I put a quote up, and it's true. I said there's not much out there for us, and I wanted to change that. So seriously, you all have inspired me because my life has been very hard. Okay? I've made some big accomplishments that a lot of people never would have made. I might do a story time. Somebody remind me about how I made $100,000 in one day. But I've had some lows where I've had to move back in with a relative. You know, so it's been very like this. I didn't have any guidance. Very generic guidance. Okay. Wait. Ah, forgive me. I'm on my phone, you guys. I gotta swipe. Mona Victor is late. Sharina was late. London was kind of on time. Marisha was pretty much on time. Lady Clark. So, would you say timing is something to worry about? I have clientele, but it takes me 4 hours to complete a full set, so it's harder to get more people in one day. You know. Yeah, you need this book, honey. And when you do the calculations, like what she just said, it takes me 4 hours to do one set. So according to your calculations, let's just say you charging $45 a set, and that's on the average end. And I don't know, that's on the lower end, but I'm gonna say $50 a set. You can only make $100 a day working an 8-hour day versus $600 a day. So you already know the answer to that. Let's read it again. I'm gonna see. Where else? I'm scrolling. Yeah, 4 hours to complete a set, so it's harder to get more people in one day. Marisha said, I'll be graduating December 11th. Afterwards, I'm going to study for the medical nail course. Yes, do it. Remind me, that's something to talk about. You can't take 4 hours on a set of nails. So timing is something that you will want to work on, but that's good because then you know what you need to focus on, and then you can make a plan. You get what I'm saying? Like now you know what it is. See, most people don't. They're just like, it's whatever. As long as they make enough money to do what they need to do, they don't care about growing. You know, you want to make more money. So timing is it. What do you mostly do? Tell me what service you mostly do, and I'll tell you what you probably need to do um, to try to increase your speed. It's little things, but you got to break it all the way down. Often choose not to. Oh, da da da. Please tell me, Lady Clark, what you said a full set of nails. Are you doing a lot of designs? I guess I should ask. That's what I'm saying to my classmate. Like, bruh, ain't it gonna be hard? Mm-mm. Yeah, without a plan, it's gonna be hard and a lot of unnecessary back and forth. Chanel Tech's also getting to becoming an esthetician only because girls come in wanting to do eyebrows and lashes. I'm gonna give you two answers on that. The technical answer is if you want to specialize also in brows and lashes, the answer is yes, because technically you're not licensed to do that. The real answer and how it's going in the world, look at the nail salons. Come on now, half them don't even have a real nail license. You know they don't have esthetician's license. For some reason, those two just became combined. What I would suggest is if you are not willing to go and spend an additional 4 to 8, 10, 12,000 on aesthetics because you don't want to really do facials and stuff, because that's the bulk of what you'll learn in aesthetic school. Aesthetic school is going to teach you mostly about the skin, the dermis, the epidermis, muscle, you know, a lot of science or whatever, and facials and different enzymes and and how they work with the skin. You're not going to get a lot of coverage on makeup. It's going to be like a week or two. Very, very basic. So if you just want to have that official license, you can do that. But if you basically want to stick with nails, and this is not my, let me rephrase that. What I'm seeing people do is getting a certification in, you know, lashes, brows, whatever, to put up on the wall so that people trust what they're doing more and they're less likely to try to trip you up. So that's my answer on that. I cannot advise you not to. Technically, you should be. If you didn't get it, replay it again after I'm done. What was the hardest part of your online business? Was it inventory, marketing, the graphic design portion? That's a whole nother ebook. I don't think I'm gonna do any more printed books because that was a killer. The hardest part, uploading inventory. But you know, a lot of the things that are on my website are, well, it's like 50-50. Some things are like I have vendors, but some things I design and I have companies that print for me. So it's a little bit of everything because I do everything myself, because I have the skill to do everything myself. So yeah, I would say it's a little bit of everything, but how I've worked it out is I spend one day doing one thing. Like, okay, tonight it's just graphic design, or I'll say I'm going to do graphic design for 2 hours, and then I'm going to spend another 2 hours uploading and putting in descriptions, SEO optimization, da da da. So it's overwhelming, but I've learned to give myself parameters and how much energy and time I give each thing. So the hardest part was figuring out how to put myself on a schedule, if that makes sense, because I do it all. Girl, throw me under the bus, y'all, Sharina. You think I don't know you by now? $65. The printed book is $59. And I think I'm gonna give a quick little discount because the other one expired. This is my last discount for real. At the end of this live, I'm gonna give out another code. You all can start giving me code names and I'll go program it. It's gonna be a smaller discount because you ought to jump on the first ones. I'll do one more when I get off this live, and then that's gonna be it. But the book is not even 65, and the shipping is included. I have a set on my site called "Want This, Get That." Wait. Uh. Whew. Whew. What am I doing? Where I recreate pictures that my clients see online. That's the set that most of my clients get, and I charge 65. Let me read that again. Interesting. I have a set called "Want This, Get That," where I recreate pictures that my clients see online. That's the set that most of my clients get, and I charge 65 hours. 65 in 4 hours. Okay. What is clients be claiming they are in car accidents to avoid paying my cancellation fees? Two great things. Okay. Good night. 65 in 4 hours. Do the math. Here in Illinois, the minimum wage is about to go up to 15. You're making less than minimum wage doing that. We're going to take the number 60 divided by 4. That's 15. We're going to take the 5 divided by 4. That's 125, $1.25. So we're going to say $16.25 an hour you're being paid. Minimum wage here in Chicago is 15, going to be 15. Is it 15? I don't know. I ain't made minimum wage. I've never made minimum wage. But I think it's like going to 15, or it's about to be a 15 any day or in January. But don't forget your overhead. So with overhead, you're putting yourself below minimum wage in a lot of states. That's why you got to sit down and look at this, because everybody's focused on nails, but really what you're trying to do is become a business owner. Business owners and entrepreneurs, people who own their business, you got to learn how to calculate your true cost of goods sold. Oh, Georgia, $7.25. I'm going to tell you, nowadays, as a nail tech, that's a very low pay. You could be making triple that. If your work is good, now you just got to work on speed. You got a lot of overhead when you're doing nails, okay? You're going through acetone, you're going through alcohol, you're going through cotton, you're going through drill bits, you're going through electricity. Your time is the most expensive thing. You can make way more than that, and you know it. That's why you asked the question. $60. I like that. I love that idea, though. That's excellent, girl. People's gonna start doing it, but it doesn't even matter. It's an excellent idea for the community. It doesn't hurt anyone. If somebody stole it, don't even feel no type of way. But if people are jumping on that 65, do it. But you already know what you need to do. You need to close in on your time. So how do you close in on your time? Whatever this, get that is, first of all, maybe you should number it. I don't know if your numbering is 1, 2, 3, 4. A person is coming in for number 3. Okay, it should be set length, whatever. As soon as they come in, I don't care how much they're talking. I don't understand. Can you tell me why it's taking 4 hours? What is it that you're spending the most time on? Because the first thing I do is, you can have them wash their hands. You can put hand sanitizer on them. But the first thing you should be doing is just cutting their nails or whatever you do, the prep work. You should be putting them tips on within like 60 seconds. So I'm trying to figure out where are you losing your most time? Can you tell me that? We gotta hone in on what the problem is, because 4 hours is nothing. Should be 4 hours. Nothing should be 4 hours. Can you answer that for me, Lady Clark? And Marisha, while she's answering that, Marisha, you said, yeah, cancellation fees. Marisha, I'm not even going to go into that detail too much because you already know the answer to that. Car accidents. Didn't I say that in the other video? I said they always in a car accident. Why are you making that your personal problem? Everybody in a car accident. Didn't I say that? That was the prime thing that people use, car accident, because it's a thing that's like, well, you're a monster if you still want to charge me after I've been in a car accident. You know what I'll say? Oh my God, I'm so glad everyone is safe. Everybody might not agree with this. I can pick up on BS though. So you're not gonna make it, I see. If I can, I might try to get them in later that day just to test them, just to mess with them. Oh well, you know what? I'll be done with my last person about 7. You want to come then? Whatever. I don't know, because I could just tell the person. 95% of those people are lying to you. I've only had one client that I believe, one of my regulars, and she did have a car accident, but the rest of them be lying because they just forgot about the appointment or whatever, and they don't care about you losing that block of money. And if I had a fully booked day and somebody pull that crap, especially if they knew, I'll be like, oh my God, is everyone safe? Okay, and I really will be like, okay, I'm so glad you all are safe. Unfortunately, you know, it's a loss on both of our ends. So, you know, just let me know when you want to rebook. Go in and charge the card. That sounds ruthless. It's business. Sorry, that's my answer. Because they probably lied to you. And in most of those cases, when you're going to charge the card, it's probably going to decline 50% of the time. I'm just being real. And then that's the person you need to block because they're not even a serious client. They're not a good fit. They don't respect what you got going on. That's my answer. And I only use acrylic powder. Marisha said, people be really trying to, but that's another video. I've already talked about that, and that's my real answer. And the reason why it sounds harsh to some people, because they want to have sympathy for people who don't care about how they pay their bills and how they're eating, because they don't respect your business as a business. And a real business, in most cases, sometimes people, you'll just know, your personal intuition will tell you when you should go ahead and hit that charge button and when you should not. Hey, Amanda. Super late, Amanda. I'm getting the book, but just got to go for now. Travel 2 hours to Atlanta to class. Okay, good night. I feel you should charge more if it's taking you 4 hours. Yeah, but she already at 65. So it's like, people ain't going to pay. I'm going to be honest with you. People are not going to pay that much more than 65 for a person who takes 4 hours. I would not. I don't care what you're doing. That's too much of my day. Because it's just a pattern. I don't spend any time. And when I go over and I just, it's frozen. I don't know why it's frozen. Is it frozen on your end now, guys? Let me stop talking. Let me get some more grape juice while it's buffering now. It's back now? Okay. Is it back now? Is it back? Can I get 3 people to say yeah, so I don't want to talk and you can't hear it? One more, please. Okay, yeah. Okay, good. So I'm only going to spend a few seconds shaping that nail, and that's where people lose about 15 to 20 minutes. I could tell you alone. I'm like, I've watched YouTube videos, and I'll be sitting there like, why are you spending 30 minutes shaping a nail that you got to lay acrylic on? You're going to lay acrylic, and the acrylic is going to unshape it somewhat anyway. It's going to warp the shape. You just want a general shape, you guys. General. So you should just be like, next. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret. Don't be laughing at me like, oh, she done got that wine up in her. But YouTube is not wine. It's Welch's grape juice. Seriously, go sit with the Koreans. I shouldn't say Koreans. Discount salons, Asian salons. Go sit and get your nails done. A person who has problem with speed should go sit and get their nails done a few times with the Asians and see how they're cutting corners. They have started you toilet paper for things that we never would before. They know how to break stuff down. I've worked with them. They know how to take something and break it all the way down to the bare minimum. Some of those things you need to take on with yourself. You never see them spending all day long shaping nails. They be like, shh, 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 shh. And lovely Mimi, which I'm getting her on board with some things. Lovely Mimi from Love and Hip Hop, she's talked about this in one of her classes. She allowed someone to videotape. She said, guys, I'm not trying to offend you guys, but you all just simply do too much. You spend too much time on things that don't matter. And that's why you all are alone. She said, and she said, it's not that we don't want to work with you guys. Lovely Mimi said, she said, it's not that at all. It's just that they are about speed and you guys spend a lot of unnecessary time on things. I totally agree with her. So go sit at the Asian salon. You ain't got to tell them you do nails or anything. Just sit and watch what they do. Go get some acrylic nails put on. You're going to see what they waste time on. Nothing. How they cut costs. Pay attention. I'm not going to lie. They got it on that. Did I answer that question? Oh, let me go up some. Yeah, so shaping. Don't spend time on shaping it before because you're going to lay the acrylic. And if you got a time, and I'm looking at your timing. If your timing is right there, I'm not trying to be offensive when I say this, but if your timing is at almost 2 hours, I can pretty much almost assume that your acrylic is not being perfectly laid. Okay, if you say I do a set of 45 minutes, that tells me that you shaping perfectly easily. You lay acrylic to the point where you don't have to do much. When you tell me things like 1.5, 2 hours, that tells me that you're spending a lot of time overworking a lot of things and cleaning up and fixing and going back over things. So that's my answer to that. I was thinking about doing this. I even upped the size of my brush. I even went from 12 to 18. Why? Lavina, why did you go up from a 12 to 18? What size brush y'all think I use? I just wondered. Bye, Marisha. You too young to be going to bed this early, girl. You can make it. I use a size 12 to 14 brush. And when I tried to go up to 16, 18, it was too much for me. So don't think that. And that's another misconception myth. An 8. Oh, my God. We'll go to an 8. A 16. I can use a 16, but I use a 12 to 14. Marisha, stay you young. I know you're younger than me. Girl, please. I used to stay out all night and don't even go to sleep. Eat some breakfast, some steak and eggs, and maybe take a 30-minute nap, pop an aspirin, and go right on about my day. All the time. I'm probably double your age. But let me finish. Let me tell you something about brushes. That's a big myth that getting a bigger brush makes you better. A bigger brush leaves more room for error if you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because when you are dipping a bigger brush in that liquid, it is soaking up all this liquid. And so when you're grabbing this powder, you don't understand your ratios of powder to liquid mix. That's why I say don't jump all over the place with products. Find you something, whatever works for you, and you learn that brand. That's why I stick with Easy Flow, me personally. That's just me. I'm not saying it's the best. That's just what I know. I know the curing time. I know the liquid to powder ratio. I know those things. And I know what brush. I got my perfect combination. Okay? And so I don't need a big brush because what you're going to do with the size 18, 22, 26 dumb brush is waste product. Because if you don't understand how to control the three, the liquid, the powder, and the brush, you're going to suck up all this liquid, dip it in the powder, grab a whole big ass clump of cloud powder, and you're going to lay it on the nail. And guess what? As soon as you understand what's happening, see, you got to get, this is so technical. I'm going on a whole nother level here. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just, I'm an artist. If you ever seen, how many of you all have ever seen the movie Biker Boys? That's one of my favorite movies of all times. It was based out of California. Lawrence Fishburne and his son, the whole biker thing. Well, Lawrence Fishburne was the king of the South, king of Cali. And the reason why he was king of Cali was showing that when he went to his motorcycle races, when he got on that bike, I used to have a motorcycle too. When he got on that bike, and he would tune out everything. And they showed it in the movie how everything became tunnel vision. I want you to do the same thing with nails. When you are sucking, you got a big dumb 22 or 20 brush, unnecessary, unless you know what to do with it, and you sucking up all this liquid, sorry, it's not liquid, and then you sit it in this powder, bloom, and you grab up all this powder. You have grabbed up enough for 3 nails on one ball. And then you don't know what to do with this liquid. It's liquidy as hell. What happens is, as soon as you do like this is the brush, and you lay it on the nail, guess what you do? When you lay the brush on the nail, guess what the brush does? It releases more liquid, because the thickest part of the liquid is where, you guys, the most liquid is up top. I think it's called the ferrule, or the base of the brush. So when you dip it in there, it's holding a lot of liquid. So when you lay it back down, it's already wanting to run everywhere. And then when you pat it down on there, guess what? You put more liquid on it. And that's how you lose control of your acrylic. So the myth, that is a freaking myth. Never know, it might be a test question for something in the future for a new collection. A bigger brush is going to make you work better. I've never went above 16, and I think the brush I have now is a 14. I've worked over the years, in my 30 years, 10, 12, 14. And I've laid sets ready for designs as fast as 18 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but in my prime, I was laying sets 18 minutes. They use huge brushes at the shop. One client even told me that's one of their secrets, the brush. The secret is the brush, but it's the quality of the brush. And I'm going to tell you, I've bought many brushes, but it's something about, now this is something else that you as an artist, I can't specifically answer this for you, but it's not the size. It's the feel of the brush in your hand. I have a brush that's made with metal, and it's a little heavier on the back end, and I don't like that brush. I don't even know where it is right now. The brush, the craziest thing is I bought like 3 brushes within like 6 months. But the brush I'm using right now is the cheapest one that I bought on the one over time that has become my trusty dusty. And it's just bent in, and I just broke it in, and I just know it. It's how it feels in your hand, and you understand how much liquid is pulling up. And when you tap it, how much liquid is releasing it. And when you tap it on the jar to release some back into the jar, how you just get to know that brush. So it's not the size, it's which brush you can best connect with. And that's something that you as an artist have to play around with. You're going to spend money. That's the truth. And you could put anybody on this page to talk about. Okay, we know Ling Ling then gone, finish full set in 10 minutes, no offense, but they definitely going to get it done fast. Yeah. So I do suggest that you go sit in a chair a couple times. If speed is your problem, see how they cutting corners. Because some of those things is smart. I hope y'all come to Miami with some classes I'm paying, sis. Man, people keep bringing it up. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to do it. Hey, from Florida. Hey, how do you feel about pre-shapes? Are kind of wide. But I do think they save some time. If you are really good at laying acrylic without letting it run everywhere, it can save you some time. Just got to know what to do. I've never bought the do I have some pre-shapers? I would put them on. I would just or whatever. Only for me, the only time it's going to save is me cutting. Because I cut very sloppy. And it's funny because when people first come to me and I start cutting their nails, I'm like, what shape you want? Coffin, ballerina? You want stiletto? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I just start cutting it. And I'll just be cutting all over the place like Edward Scissorhands. They be like, I can see their face and I just crack up. I'm like, you want some more wax? Because I don't think too much on it. I'm just like, it's just a pattern. I love to see their face because they all stressed out by the way I cut them. Okay, so Marisha says she motherfucking tired. Girl, please drink some water. You dehydrated. I just feel that through the camera. Lavina said they use huge brushes at the shop. Oh, yeah. So I explained about that. And yes, Lavina, yes. I mean, I see it as Lavina Tyson. Yes, that's your name. Thanks for pronouncing it right. Yes, Lavina, I love it. I tried an 18 the other day. It took so much liquid. I thought bigger was better, listening to my client. The brush is a secret, but finding the right brush that feels good for you and your particular style. That yellow brush that I have, I bought it on a fluke in one of my down periods of my life, and I needed a brush because I was working in a new place. I didn't have a brush out there. My stuff was packed up. And it's funny because it's like favorite, only number one trusty. You always gotta have a backup, but that's the brush. I'm like, but it took a long time. It's gonna take you time to find out which one just feels right. That metal one that I have is fancy, it's beautiful, it's cute because it actually comes apart and you can stick it in there and it becomes one long brush. When you're done, you can stick it back in there, it becomes a short brush. That brush is heavy in my hand. I can use it if I have to, but it throws not the best. It's not the best fit for me personally. What size do they use at the shops? It looks huge. Yes, connect with your brush. You have to connect with your brush. It takes time. Most Asian discount salons, they're using about 20, 22. And that's a cultural thing, to be honest with you, because it's like a thing of, I'm a pro, I use a 22. But guess what? They're using most, I ain't gonna go into that. It's really not, that's not really the secret, it's the size. That's more of a status thing for them. That's just the truth. It's just a status thing for them. What else you want to know? Give me a discount code, because I'm going to do one last discount. And I got some other things going on, so I can't keep discounting because it'd be discount type of discount. So I'm going to do one last discount. Give me a code. And I'm going to write it down here. And you guys, I have a deal going with a company. I have an idea to work with a company. Can you see it? I got a deal to work with a company. I'm so excited. I want you all to pray for me. I've been helping you out. You see that company? See that name? Uber. I got something I'm trying to work on with Uber. It's going to take about, hopefully I can get it done next year. I've done everything else I want to do in my life. So pray for me. You don't have to know what it is. Just send up a prayer for Chicago and put covering over me, or meditate on when I come back from my cruise. Because you know I'm going on a cruise in a couple days. Vacation, on a cruise. And I'm just a little nail tech who don't make no money. Discount equal dirty panties. Shut up, London. Girl, I don't want to think about that because I was about to gag. I was trying to be all like prim and proper. I'm like, hell no, I gotta say something. I fell out with the discount shops because of the customer service. They don't care about customer service. In-house shop, a lot of them. But some of them are upgrading, trying to present a better experience, because I don't know if I told you all this. The last place I worked at, I did their calculations just from doing the business. They were making about $1 million a year in the salon. $1 million. Thank you so much, Lady Clark, for saying prayers up, because I'm going to start on the proposal for Uber. So I want to get this book out the way first. Y'all don't understand how much this has been stressing me, trying to get this, because I don't ever want people to think that I'm some type of con artist. One thing I'm not. If I messed up your money, I'm going to go out like my client in another video told you. Her car got towed, and I knew it was because partially my fault, mostly my fault. And she told me, she was like, I choked it up as a loss, but she was straight up. And she got that money. I'm not that person. Like, I believe in karma, and then it's just the right thing to do. So you don't ever have to worry about me. I want to get this book out on time, and I know I've been talking. I just never wrote a book before. I'm going to be honest with you. That's the one thing I've never wrote. I've written numerous papers for school, grad, undergrad. I've written whole marketing plans for companies, but it was just different. This book, because I had so much I wanted to tell you all in so many little detail, but I didn't want to be overwhelming. I wanted to be clear and concise, but clear, so you can get something out of it. It was a little hard. It was harder for me than anything I've done in corporate America or in school. I hope you guys like it. Yeah, the last salon I worked at, I calculated they're doing about nine something a year. And that's why he fed the crap out of us and did whatever he had to do to keep us there working, because it was like 20-some nail techs, and they were open 7 days a week. And I calculated, they had a little thing in the lunchroom saying how much their bills were, and they were asking us not to do certain things because look at our overhead. And so I was like, oh, they posted their overhead. So I knew how much they paid in rent. They paid $13,000 a month in rent, I think. And I did the numbers and stuff and how much I knew the service. I just know how to calculate that stuff just because of my corporate background. I'm like, they're doing about 900 and something a year, almost a million a year, one nail salon. So a lot of them are trying to revamp that. Um, and yes, if for those of you all who want to know about the protests, they're still out there protesting every single day against that salon here that is putting their hands on clients and holding that girl hostage. They bit another client. They're still out there protesting out there 2 times, speaking on the microphone, educating people about what to look for in a gun. And I'm trying to get up there at least one more time before I go on my cruise. Um, I'm thinking about switching acrylic systems. I currently use Mia Secret. That's the big secret. And I noticed that at times it is running no matter how much I drain my brush. How do you feel about Young Nails or Encore Nail Encore Contour? I know what you're talking about. I've never used Mia Secrets. I've used Young Nails since they first came out. I was actually in nail school when Young Nails came out, so 2005. I remember because they were so new. They were coming up to the school to present the product to us. Like Greg and them, they were there. Like, buy our product. That's how old I am. So I've been using Young Nails on and off. It is definitely a good acrylic for the beginner. Young Nails is running too, but I think it's a good beginner acrylic, and they do have, I believe they have an advanced solution. Don't worry about the powders, it's all about the liquid. They do have a faster setting liquid. I think Young Nails is a good one, but Mia Secret seems to be the popular choice too. Buy both. See what works for you. You got to find, remember what I said, you got to find that perfect combination: liquid, brush, and powder. Polymer, monomer, and your brush. You got to find that perfect combination that works for you. I can't say use this, and this size brush. Everybody's different. Look how big my hand is. I lift weights. Like, I need something that's like, it's different for everybody. It's no one answer for that one. I promise you. I have a hard time multitasking, like talking with clients and working, because sometimes I enjoy the conversation. I forget to hurry up and work. That's a good one. I talk on that in the book too. Huh. I just added that like a few days ago. I'm like, let me get on touch on this. Um, yeah. Let me tell you what I've learned to do, and I've gotten really good at, I think, lately. Start asking more questions. Get them engaged. Find out what gets them excited. And you say, well, let's say we're going to talk about the TV show Power. Do you watch Power? Yeah, you do, girl. Me too. Da, da, da. Do you think Tyreek, da da da? Is like, girl, yeah. And it's like, why? And you keep working. I don't know about that. Whatever. But you have to. You really gotta watch that one, because I will tell you, I'm not perfect. Even to this day, depending on the client, because many of my clients I've been doing for 15, 20 years. So a lot of them I'm friends with. Like, if I need a place to stay, they're gonna be like, come here. But the new clients, I engage them in conversation, but I do more. It's more of a probing thing and getting them to talking, so I can learn more about their likes, dislike, and personality. For people that you are familiar with and you've been doing a long time, but you have full books, what you need to do, and see, I'm just as comfortable with my clients, so I'll be like, girl, I got a full day today, so forgive me if I'm not talking as much. And you're gonna have to just be like focused. If you know that that's something that slows you down, you're gonna have to just warn them so they don't feel like they're getting any negative energy off of you. Just tell them what it is while you're being a little more quiet. Be honest, be transparent. Like I'm being transparent with you, be transparent with your clients, especially if you're confident talking, girl. So I'm listening to you, whatever, but don't feel no type of way if I keep working, because I got a tight day, and I don't want to run behind on people, because I don't want to upset anybody. Okay, I'm like, girl, no problem, and they'll probably take over the conversation, or they might just get on their phone, and then here and there you can jump in and say things to them. Okay, that's how I would handle that, because I still will have some people here all darn day. We went through, shoot, 6, 7 cups of wine. I will stop and cook dinner. I've said that before. It just depends on who it is. Don't get the monomer from Nail Encore Nail. Everybody hates it when I use it because it's strong. I don't know. I can't answer that. That's the one, the guy, the very pale guy. He's a hustler. Loves it. They said it smells like cotton candy. That's what they say. Mona, a tip I use is keep your head down. If you're looking down at nails and you aren't done, you'll keep working. Refill your drinks because I'm going to come back with that because that's a tricky one. I'm such a freaking lady. I'm such a freaking lady. I'm such a freaking lady. That's a tricky one. Okay. Muni said keep your head down. You'll keep working. That's the reason why I say that's tricky is because, and I discussed this a little bit in the book, I have to read it different times. But at the end of the day, the beauty business is not so much about the technical skill that you have. It's more about the relationships that you have with people and if you connect with people. So if you keep your head down too much, people will not connect with you. And even if you do a perfect job on them, they'll come back to you. But because they don't have a personal connection with you on some level, if a person, if they go on Instagram or one of their friends tags them in a photo or something that looks a little bit better or is $5 cheaper, you may lose them because they have no other connection to you. So that's why I push so much about a little bit of that personal bond. You ain't got to be friends with everybody, but you got to give some personality and something to people, because if a person just wants to go get a service, they can go anywhere. But a lot of people will support you and stick with you because of you as a person. And so you got to be willing to give that. And if you practice what I'm saying, you'll see what I'm saying. Because I have people that won't go anywhere. And I have people say, I don't care. I don't care if you're sick or whatever. I'll wait or whatever. And that's what you want. But if they don't know you as a person, they don't feel you as a person, they're not going to do that. They're going to go online, right back online, or have their friends tag you. So while you're working on that, you just got to be transparent with people and just be. Let me tell you something. You got to be transparent to a certain level with people. I know Cece and I talked about this in another video, how this girl is so drab. She has no personality. Her work is good, but she has no personality. She could probably be 5 times bigger with her clientele, but she has no personality. She don't want to let you in her life or nothing about her. So good work is like 60% of it. 60. So don't keep your head all the way down. Tell them why you're going to keep your head down. And make that part of the conversation. And because they like you as a person and your transparency, then they're going to oblige you and understand. And the next time when they come, if you got a little more time, give them a little more conversation. Yes, but it doesn't only the bottle, and it's a slow cure. But if we're talking about young nails, they do have a faster formula, I believe. Also, be careful with room temperature. Yes, colder rooms, correct, Tina. The colder the room is, the slower your monomer is going to set. The hotter, the faster. Okay, so watch your temperatures. When the temperatures and the seasons change drastically, it's going to take you about a week or so to get the new feel of your whatever system you use. And that happens to all of us. Yeah, the monomer. Yep. Sarah, hey, I'm so glad I finally caught one of your lives. Yes, because I'm such a lady. Y'all, I'm tipsy a little bit. I wonder if I'm going to go to sleep tonight because that darn, I like the pre-workout because it gets me pumped in the gym and I can really get a workout in, but it does not let me sleep sometimes, and I hate that. Okay, Serena got to go to work. She came leaving early. Sharina's is leaving early. That don't make no sense. Came in late, leaving early. Mm. Hmm. Is, are there any more questions? Because I get so many inboxes and I'm like, yup, you better stay on here. Where's Marisha? She done left. Young as I don't know what. I guess she went to go take her beauty rest. No, I take the lowest dose of the pre-workout, which is 2 little scoops, but it really gives me a good workout in. I have to do it because I have been out because of an injury. And I knew that it was going to be a hard workout. So I was like, I got to take a pre-workout so I can get my mind back into the game. It just, I'm allergic to caffeine, I think. I could drink a $2 McDonald's cafe thing and I won't sleep for 2 days. I know that sounds really crazy. I'm allergic to caffeine, but it works. So I do what I have to do, you guys. I do what I have to do, and I have to finish that book and put the final touches on it. I'm gonna proofread it one more time. I do what I have to do. And I knew I had to get up early to go work out. So are there any more questions? Because I get so many people inboxing me with all these specific questions, and I'm like, here I am live, ready to dive into a specific thing, and nobody's asking these questions. On and watch how they do it, and watch what I tell you. They're not spending all it. It's a lot of your pre-work. And let me tell you something else. Y'all laying that acrylic so darn thick that you're spending too much time fouling afterwards. I do not suggest the 3-ball method. I suggest the 2-ball method. The 2-ball method, lay that first ball right here on the apex, right about there, 3/4 of the way up. Let me tell you something, and I might do a video on this in the future. Lay that ball right there. Hold your brush. Don't let it go. A lot of people go, oh. And then the everything's gone. They and they just try to grab it. You already messed up. Now you're about to be fouling forever. Get your right brush, liquid powder ratio. Grab that powder. Here's your nail. Let me turn this down. Here's your nail. Lay that ball right here, 3/4 of the way up. I'm a 2-ball at the person. Never got into 3-ball. I know they teach that in school. It's too much. It's unnecessary unless you're doing specialty work. Lay that second ball right there, 3/4 of the way up. Hold it lightly. Don't release all that juice on there because it's going to start running. Hold it. When you're holding it, you're giving it a chance to what? Set up. So you can have better control over it. And I'm going to maybe do a live video one day. And then you hold it, and then what you do with it. Watch what I'm doing. Watch what I'm doing with my finger. See what I just did? I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do this live one day. You're going to lay that ball right there, 3/4 of the way up. You're going to hold it, and you're going to see what I'm doing with my brush, pull it up. Boom, boom, boom. I'm grabbing and saying, come right here, come right here, come right here. You just spread it down, okay? And you gave it a chance to set up a little bit. Now, if you want to, you can dip back into your liquid a little bit, tap it, and then now you got a little bit of pliability in your brush, and then you start moving it, smoothing it, moving it, smoothing it, moving it, smoothing it. That's your first, and it should be perfectly concave when you do that. And you do that all the way to the end, moving it, smoothing it, moving it, smoothing it. Because remember, you did like this. Hold it. Bump, bump, bump. You dip it, and you're going to come in with a little bit of liquid on that brush. And you go to the discount salons, that's exactly what they're doing. And if I'm really feeling froggy and I'm really into what I'm doing, I do 1 ball, just like them. Bam, bam, bam. 1 ball, I could do it. I got to really be in a groove to do it, but I'm usually 2-ball. And so what I do is moving it, smoothing it, moving it, smoothing it, moving it, smoothing it. When I get to the tip, I put a little, I was working with dip powder right here. I was playing around some weeks ago. You see it ain't hardly grew out. So I'm going to use this nail. So you pull it down to here, and what I do is if it's a big lump, I take the brush up this way and I do like this. It breaks it off and it falls. And this is just a mental thing with me. I'll smoothen it to the paper towel. That's not necessary. That's just a mental thing with me. But once you do like that, then I tap each side, tap the front, tap each side a couple times, and that's getting that perfect shape. And then if you want to, you can wet the brush again and brush it back this way to get some more strength. It's not, unless if it's really, really thin, and you just keep doing like that. But really what you want in your nail is your apex to be strong. That's what keeps the nail. Your apex is the most important thing. And I think I'm going to do a live video so you can see what I mean on that. It's hard to see if I don't have it on there. That's where a lot of you all, as soon as you get that, so you got a big, giant, stupid brush, and you grab all this liquid and powder, and you just start, as soon as you touch the nail, you just start losing control and wasting all your materials. You got to be patient with acrylic and learn it. Learn whatever system it is. Okay. I file too much before I lay acrylic. When I lay acrylic, don't file too much after. Oh, man. I think I'm going to do 3 acrylic nails online because that's something lovely Mimi said too. And that's so funny. She's so right. Doing too much. Why y'all filing all this? Why y'all? That's what they teach in school, and I wish they'd stop teaching that. There's no need to file a nail down before you put on acrylic. All you need to do is etch the nail to absorb it and to bond it. That's all you need to do. So if I put the tip on, not boom, boom. I take my drill and I clean the cuticles. I push them back and I clean the cuticles with the cuticle bit. But then I take my fine bit drill and I just go zoom, zoom, zoom. Then I turn my drill bit that way and I go zoom, zoom, zoom. Next nail. That's all you gotta do. I don't know where we got that from, trying to blend the tip in. Why? You put acrylic on it. Why are you spinning? That's another place nail techs lose a lot of time. The purpose of that pre-prep work is just to prepare the nail to absorb and bond. It does not need to be level. It does not. It just needs to be etched. So I'm glad you said that. And I'm going to do it now. I know I need to do a video on it. Oh, Lord. Now I got to do a real setup, video setup. What are your thoughts on clipping cuticles? Should you clip hangnails around the nail plate if the skin isn't white, dead, almost? Also, how much is too much when nipping? The jury's still out on that, right? I'm an old school nail tech, right? You got people like, oh, hell no. Whatever, right? I'm hungry. Hold on. You all forgot I worked out really hard today. So I have what they call them, domas. I'm hungry. The truth is, this is like some rice wrapped up in like a green leaf. Technically, you shouldn't be cutting cuticles. You should be cutting that true cuticle that grows from underneath. So you should be pushing that skin back and you should be cutting it, but it depends on the client's preference. Right? You look at Russian manicures and pedicures, they believe in getting everything. Live or dead, just making it look neat. I personally, when doing acrylic sets, I'm going to push back the cuticles and I have a drill bit and I'm going to go around each nail. Zzz, 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 zzz. Because that true cuticle, if you don't get it, which is the flap that grows from underneath, I'm not real big on all the technical terms, you guys. I'm sorry. But that true cuticle, if you leave down a nail bed and you lay acrylic on it, that contributes to lifting as well. So me personally, I push it back and I take the drill bit over and that's as far as I go. If I'm doing a straight up traditional manicure, it varies. Like if I'm doing a manicure, I'm gonna definitely nip off all of that true cuticle underneath, but I don't make it a practice to cut live skin and make it look neat on a traditional manicure unless that client specifically requests it. Because you got to be careful. You don't know. You might be exposed. When you're cutting the live skin, you might be exposing them to some things. So, I'm going to go with the answer that State Board says. Only cut dead skin or the true cuticle. Oh, that's why I'm always running and I got to hold the brush. Yeah, hold it there for a minute. And if it's like it's drying up and turning into a brick, you guess, think about it. I'm not going to answer that. If you holding it there for a second and it's drying up right away, don't that look good? That's rice in there and seasoning and all that stuff. And it's wrapped up in a green leaf. Very healthy. What is happening if that happens? That means that you don't, right. Lady Clark said it. You ain't got enough liquid. That's what I said. It's really a thing of learning. If it's drying up that fast, if you laying that ball up there and it's like you can't even move it after holding it for like 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. If it's like you don't want to move, your liquid ratio is off. That's all. Now you know. You don't need a bigger brush. You skimping with the liquid. What you're doing is you dipping it in there, and you wiping most of it off and letting it run back in there. You need to let a little more liquid stay in your brush. That's the answer. It has nothing to do with the size. It's your control, your portion control. What brand drill do I use? I worked at 3 salons and I've had to buy 3 new drills because they say the one I had sucked. That was good. I only had 1 left. That was so good. For real. If you've been following me, you know I'm a brand whore. I don't care about brand names, and I use a brand called No Brand. It looks just like the Cooper drill, performs just like the Cooper drill. It may not be 100% like the Cooper drill, but it don't cost as much as the Cooper drill. And I have it on my website, Chicago Beauty. And I bought that drill to make sure before I put it up there that it works and it looks just like it. It's cordless. I use it on my pedicures and it works just fine. Okay. It has good torque on it. It works just fine for me. It hasn't went out on me yet. So I'm not a brand person because I am a marketing person and I know marketing and brands, that doesn't necessarily mean better. So the drill that I use is on the website. It looks like the Cooper Passport, but it's not Cooper. It's No Name. That's the answer. And if you were on my live the other night when I was working at 2 a.m., you would have seen me using it. I got a gold one. The dead skin is usually easy to clip off around the cuticle, so you will feel when you're too close. Yep. Now, if you're not sure, ease your way into, don't be cutting people up and stuff, because you cut the wrong person, you will have a problem. Okay? Any more questions? Because we've been on here like almost 2 hours. So that was the announcement that I had to make. I was trying to trick you all into thinking it was something bad, but it's actually good because the book is done and I feel so much better. So now my biggest task is me releasing it electronically is nothing but me pushing a few buttons. My vendor, my printer, make sure they receive the files and I need it shipped out to me. And I'm gonna just like I did in the beginning of this video, and I stood up and I had to be the bee for a minute. I'm gonna tell them, look, I paid for expedited shipping. I need all these. I want them books shipped to me so I can make sure they're getting out fast. And so that's my next goal. So, do you all? I'm just asking, yay, nay, whatever. Do you want me to activate a really quick discount? It's going to be for like only for like 48 hours, and I'm done with all the discounts. So you can if it's not within your time frame, let me know. If yes, yes, and then tell me a discount name you want and I'll put it in there. After that, I'm pretty much kind of done with it, probably until I come out with a fall collection or a holiday collection for smocks, because this is one of the aprons. This is the one that I didn't give away, so I'm just been wearing. And you see I've been working with it for 2 weeks now. You see it still looks brand new. And I've been like fouling like crazy and everything. Oh. And there's money in it. And yeah, it's still like in good condition. It easily dusts off. I'm excited. Look, I didn't put the other apron on? Does anyone know? Okay. Well, I will do a post when the people who've already pre-purchased the digital, what'll happen is you'll receive an email, whatever you bought the book with, that email address, you're going to receive an email that says there's an update for the 30-day nail technician challenge. And you click on the update, it's going to be the actual book. That's all. It's just a click of a button. And then the other people who have prepaid for a hard copy book, I am pushing to have that printer get that to me as soon as possible, like ASAP. I'm going to pay for the most. I haven't decided with shipping, but I want to pay for it. Then I want to call someone and say, look, I just put in this order. I need to make sure that you get it out to me because I paid for it. Because sometimes with some companies, you'll pay for expedited shipping and it won't be expedited. So I want a person's name and something that someone I could talk to and hold them accountable, because I haven't spoken to anyone yet. But I like the quality. So that's my game plan actually for tomorrow. Is the book out now? Not this moment, but the book is done. So I'm just going to reread the electronic version one more time. And I said, today it's technically, I think it's Wednesday now, is it? And I'm going to go ahead, I could release it. I'm going to release it probably Friday or Saturday. But if you buy it right now, you will get a email saying, yay, the official will be released to you. But the good news is you've gotten it out the way. Once I release it and I hit that button, you'll get an update email saying there has been an update, and that'll be the actual book. So you can wait. You can wait until the weekend, or you can purchase it now. What I was saying was that if you want, I'll do one last discount code because I came on to announce this. If not, then you just pay the regular price. The regular price is $39 for the ebook, and it's on Chicago Beauty Source. You can buy it now. It's just not releasing probably until Friday or Saturday. But it's done. And then the actual print book, I am trying to get a hold of someone to get that book in my hand as soon as possible. So you can, the answer, Mona, is yeah, you can order it now if you want to. It's done. The book is done. I'm done writing. Building your home studio, what would you say is a good frame to have? A good time frame to have a basic setup? See, that's a general question because it depends on your funding. You got money, you can set it up in 24 hours. You got the money. Like, when I opened my big salon up north, it took me, once I had money, because it took me about $60,000 to open that place. Once I had to order, I had to compare prices, see what the best price. And once everything came in, a lot of things needed to be put together. I had to bring in teams of people to help me put stuff together. Like, that's a very general question, and that's more on a consultation basis because your unique situation defines the timeline. That's not a black and white answer. So are there any other questions? Would you all like to see a demo of me actually just laying balls of acrylic and ways to speed up your time? Little tidbits and trips that I picked up. No? Okay. Okay, cool. I could do it on this phone too, so all I have to do is just, because this is a ring on here where I just lean it down on the table. So what I'll do is, I need to upgrade my phone, to be honest with you, so I can get that real crisp quality. And I'm going to show you what I mean about controlling your acrylic. And we're going to skip a 3-ball. We're going straight to a 2-ball method. And once you really get your 2-ball and you really doing people back to back to back, you'll be doing a 1-ball. Because sometimes I do a 1-ball, especially on pinky or small fingers. I'm like, this is what I'm doing. I'm like, right up there. Not on the cuticle, but near the cuticle. Because it's going to flood a little bit. That's why I say you got to have like that movie Biker Boys. Lawrence Fishburne zoomed in and got one with the acrylic. I know my powder liquid brush ratio and how it works. So I know how much it's releasing. I know the curing and all of that. So I lay it close. like that's about there, and I'm gonna lift up a little bit, and I do like this. See, I did it 4 times because I went all the way up to a one ball method. So I did like this, lift up, because I'm pulling it down, 4, and then I'll pat it in, and I'll maybe tap the front to make it fall off. Then I'll pat, then I'll wet the brush, pull it back up. You gotta learn your stuff. You gotta learn your product. So you can't be all over the place. You have to be at first, but find one that you think you could work with and a brush you think you could work with. What question should I ask a salon when considering booth rental? Oh, that's been mentioned plenty of times. Heartfelt laughter. I've never seen that name before. That's been discussed many a times in videos. That's a lot. It's not one thing. How busy is it? Why do you need a nail tech? What happened to the last nail tech? How many nail techs have you had? How long did they stay? What do you see are some of the challenges that nail techs face, when working here? Make sure that that they're not just interviewing you, that you're interviewing them as well. And if they have a problem with that, or if you feel like the energy is off because you're asking these questions, that's something that me personally, I'll probably, just depending on how busy it was or what the opportunity was, I probably will step back and be like, is this place going to be a challenge because I'm challenging them a bit? Um, yeah, so that those are the questions. If you are a newbie, be a little more humble in your questioning, but make sure that you're being paid properly, because a lot of salons will take advantage of new nail techs and try to make you do stuff that you really don't have to do unless you just want to do it. But make sure they're not trying to ask you to do things that you're not being paid to do. You know, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. If you're not being paid by the hour, you don't have to. If you're a team player, you're a team player. It just depends on who you are as an individual. So again, some of these questions are like, I have to hear more detail to really drill down. So I kind of have to give generic advice. Um, I ordered a friend and a mask. It still doesn't show correct tracking. Amanda, I sent you an email because your specific order was ordered in 2 parts, because I believe you ordered 2 smocks and 2 masks and an umbrella and the book, if I'm not mistaken. And I ordered your smocks and your mask on one order, and then I realized that, oh shoot, she has an umbrella. So I did reach out to my vendor, and they got right back to me within like 8 hours, and they said use this tracking system. So your product was coming in via DHL, and that's why we were both coming up with nothing, because it was coming in DHL Global. And when I tracked your numbers via DHL Global, it showed that one of your packages was delivered already. And I sent that screenshot to you and the time and the date that it was sent to that address, because I don't type in your address. I never do that. I'm a professional drop shipper. So I learned one of the tricks that we do, we always copy and paste, so we don't mess up your address. So whatever you put in is the address that we copy and paste over to our supplier. So it shows that one of your packages was sent and it was delivered that Friday, and the other one said it should be delivered by end of week. And so I don't know, because it shows that majority of your orders should be there other than your book, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if you received that email, but that is the update on your order. I don't play when it comes to people's money. So your package, somebody may have your part of your package, but that's why I sent the screenshot, and I gave you also the DHL Global tracking number to go in and put it in there. So you should have majority of your order, and I think it's the umbrella that comes in separately. That should be in by end of week. Because I was like, when I pulled it up, I'm like, why is it not showing me anything either? And I was like, I reached out to customer service, like, I'm not showing anything and you need to provide a solution. And they were like, no worries, this is that. So if you have any other, I'm going to tell you, I don't know, you might have to file a claim if that other one, because on my end it shows that that other order was delivered. And I sent the screenshot and everything, and so you can track it yourself, and it shows, I'm not going to say your city, but it begins with the E, right? E in Georgia. And I remember that because I don't have issues, and so I try to stay on top of them. So, yeah. If you haven't been able to look a little deeper into that, let me know. Just email me at chicago@yahoo.com. Chicago@yahoo.com, because I investigated it already. You should have everything. And then I'll release that book. I think you ordered the hard copy of the book, so you'll be waiting on the hard copy, if I'm not mistaken, because you had kind of a big order. And then also keep in mind, when you guys are using Afterpay, Afterpay, let me explain to you what happens when you are using Afterpay. You place an order. Afterpay is paying me, not you, right? Because you didn't pay up front. I have to wait for Afterpay to pay me before I order. I don't know what's going to happen. So if I see an order, I'll be like, oh, okay, there's an order. But then I scroll all the way down, like, oh, Afterpay, USA. I got to wait about up to 48 hours for that money to hit my account. And I'm not going to pre-order something on Afterpay because something may happen on that end where your card declines or it's a charge. So while it says allow this much tracking and shipping time, when you use Afterpay, just keep in mind that you need to give me a little more buffer, because I'm receiving funds from a third party on your behalf. And I need for them to tell me that it's okay and that we're going to go ahead and front the money for them, because that's literally handle them. If they don't pay us, that's on us. I have to wait until that clears, because if I order the product and then it comes back like order declined or order came up fraudulent or something like that, I can't, I will be out of money. So when you order on Afterpay, it does add on a little bit of time. So while you ordered on this date, if I'm not mistaken, 16th or 17th, you was like, well, it shows I think it showed the 23rd. That's because of the whole, you put in the Afterpay dynamic. So you put a third party in. That's all. But I think everything is going to be fine. But if not, again, just email me at chicago@yahoo. Chicago@yahoo. Any other questions? Okay, no problem. I have to be up at 5:30 a.m. The phone hit me in the face. That means it's my time to go. Good night. It was a pleasure getting to see you on live. Hey, I guess I'm gonna go too, because I said I want to keep proofreading, and I'm trying to get everyone else to proofread too before final. And I gotta get up in the morning and talk to this printer. So that was the news. I'm done. You're gonna get this book. I'm excited. Good night. Think about everything I said.